Give me an example, Quinn, of a time in a sales situation you had to call yourself out, you had to be vulnerable, and it paid off. Do you have one off the top of your head?
Yeah, I mean, anytime that right now I'm, we're dealing with integrations with another product and another system, which is Zapier. It connects to tons of different stuff, and a lot of times I don't know exactly how to do that. So I kind of have to be that person that says, hey, I don't know the answers to that, but let me get that for you, or let me get you in touch with my director of sales, Tom Foster. Those are ones that are kind of frequent for us right now, top of mind for me.
Love it. Sam, were you going to say something?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just going to say, kind of what Tom just said, in the sense that, like, if I've made a mistake or said something incorrectly, I immediately I've called the customer before and like admitted that I was wrong. And I feel like it ended up building more like trust in our relationship. Mm-hmm. So I mean, we all make mistakes. We're all human. And I just think it's like an opportunity to, get closer, get to know each other better.
Right. As good as perfection is and something people strive for, there is something boring about a perfectly presented presentation that like can be given no matter who's watching. And it's just all you can almost, that fourth wall reappears and kind of creates distance.
What about though, if Daniel and I, as soon as you hopped on at 1:30, Daniel and I are like, wow, we sure are nervous. We just put these slides together last night. I hope this thing goes off well. What kind of vulnerability would that be?
No, that's the wrong kind of vulnerability.
You got it. That's the punchline.
Yep.
Vulnerability builds trust. Vulnerability is super, super important, but vulnerability is most powerful after you've had a chance to build a little bit of credibility.
Yep.
So when you're being vulnerable in front of your team, that's the time to do it. In front of a client that already knows you have a great product, you're a fantastic account executive, that's the best time. Quick question. When you watch a TED Talk, most TED speakers get on stage and the first thing they do is tell a self-deprecating joke about themselves. Mm-hmm. Why does that work?
They're on TED, so they already have credibility.
Bingo.
Yeah.
You see those giant letters looming over them. They got the stage, the whole thing's, all right, obviously they got something to say. And then they deprecate and you're like, oh, they're human, just like me.
Absolutely, Sam. So while you're right, Sam, the reason why that works is exactly what Kaylee said. They're on a TED stage. They've already got all the credibility that they need. That's why your favorite comedian or your favorite performer can walk onto stage and they could tell the worst joke. And everyone's like, I love it, right? Because they've already built up that credibility. The punchline here is vulnerability is absolutely powerful. Make sure you're doing it at the right time. And it's most useful after you've built credibility first. I want to tell you a quick story as we wrap up here. And it's about juicers. That's what we call in the world of comedy, Daniel, that's what we call a callback.
Callback.
All right. Yep. It's a juicer story. There's a mall and there's two juicer salespeople in this mall. And this was actually a story from Vanessa Van Edwards, but two juicer salespeople in a mall. They look the same, they're dressed the same, they worked from the same presentation deck, they both nailed it. But the juicer salesperson on this side of the mall was told, after you nail your presentation, when it comes time to pour the juice samples, I want you to pour the juice samples perfectly, and I want you to hand them out. And then the juicer salesperson, though, on this side of the mall.
Yeah, he was the wild card. This person was told, when you give them out, you mess up, you spill them. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, God, oh my gosh. Just flub it.
Who do you think sold more juicers?
Guy that messed up?
Flubber.
The flubber.
Why?
Floppy Johnny.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right.